welcome back to another exciting episode of Exigent Sports. Hold on, let me get in this picture. I'm too far away from you, Coach. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm blessed. Thank you so much for joining the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We have a special show today. We have our Under Armour Rise Bolo Player of the Week. He's from Norris.
Okay.
He's here
I saw
today.
Bryce, and I recognize him.
Yes, he's here today. We're excited about that. We also have, first time ever, we have our next level performance top 5 highlights.
Okay.
And we've never had a dancer. So we have our first ever dancer to make top 5 highlights. And we got you on here. We're excited about that. Have a dual sport athlete from Oak Ridge as well. He's on here. And I also have a committed player of the week from the volleyball team and her teammate to join as well. And they're from Oak Ridge. So star-studded night today here at Exigent Sports. And it starts with future Hall of Fame coach in yourself, Paige Taylor. Absolutely.
That's some strong words.
Well, I do believe that. So you do well with your coaching. You take those girls. I've seen you in practice. I've seen you work those girls in practice. I see how hard you are on them in practice. And it's top down, right? And the way you run, the way you orchestrate your practice says a lot about who you are, not only as a teacher, a coach, but as a competitor. And you can tell you want nothing but greatness. So where did that fire come from?
That fire came from probably when I was little, being an athlete myself and, learning how to work hard. And it wasn't going to be given to me. I wasn't always more athletic than somebody but I was going to outwork somebody. And my dad actually instilled that in me, and my brother, they pushed me. I had an older brother, that just pushed me. And I had coaches that believed in me. When I was about 14 years old, my parents started driving me 2 hours, 3 times a week to Shelbyville High School to play for Coach Ensel. That's now at MTSU. He was the Shelbyville High School coach, and he was my AAU coach. And, just always had people pushing me and believing in me. But, I think there's something to be said for having that internal competitiveness, too, that you can't coach or teach.
Absolutely.
And I was fortunate enough to have that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fiery. So where did you come from? Where did you play high school ball at? And what did that end up like for you at the end of that high school career?
Yeah, so I'm from Cleveland, Tennessee. I went to Bradley High School down in Cleveland and, grew up with some great players ahead of me. I remember in 6th grade, Jody Adams was a senior, and Jody played at University of Tennessee for Pat Summitt. She was a Lady Vol. She's now a college basketball coach, but had a ton of great players before me. Jim Smitty, back in his prime, was like the Jill Pruden of Oak Ridge. He was at one point the winningest coach in the nation for boys or girls high school basketball.
Wow.
And he coached me for 1 year and retired, but I learned so much, from him. And, we got beat in the championship game in the state tournament my senior year. But had a really successful high school experience, was fortunate to play for good coaches and have really good teammates, and my AAU experience. AAU was completely different back then.
Oh, yeah.
Only 3 tournaments. We would go, the only time college coaches could watch was the national tournament, and you had to win your sub-state to even go to state, and you had to win state to go to nationals. And we would walk in a gym, and there would be 500 college coaches sitting in the bleachers because that was the only tournament that they could come watch you play in.
Wow.
So it was really neat experience in that regard in comparison to what it is. Social media didn't exist. You didn't have to advertise yourself and do all the stuff that you have to do now. But, I had a great foundation. Like I said, my high school coaches, my AAU coaches, my parents, my brother, and then was fortunate enough to play college basketball.
Wow. So what accolades did you end up leaving with in high school?
I really don't like saying these things, but I was a 2-time All-State. My jersey is retired at Bradley. I was a high school All-American. I got to play in the night. At that time, it was Nike, not McDonald's All-American game. Played in that game.
Right.
Our AAU team was so competitive then. My senior year, we had a Tennessee-Pennsylvania All-Star game, and ESPN they flew us up to Pennsylvania, and it was on ESPN too. It was a pretty cool experience.
Chill bumps.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was neat. I played with Kelly Harper now. She was on my team. It was myself, her, Consuelo Sparrow, Keon Johnson that played at UT that was drafted. His mom was my AAU teammate. She went to Auburn. Had another teammate, went to Alabama. Our point guard went to Appalachian State, so we were pretty stacked.
Check this out, bro. You're giving me the chill. So I knew a lot of that, but I didn't know all of that.
Yeah.
I try to keep this show star-studded, and you just capitalized all the stars and studded in that.
It was a good, we had a really good group. I was fortunate to grow up at that time with that group of people and be offered those opportunities.
Right. Well, Coach, what I do here is I try to help the young student athletes and their parents bridge the gap. What does it take? You know what you went through. You know the hard work that you put in. Obviously, social media and the whole world has changed today.
Yeah, it's completely, completely different.
What does it take for a student athlete, no matter gender, no matter what sport? What does it take to bridge that gap between high school to the collegiate level and be successful?
Yeah, I think so much plays into I think it's beyond just working hard at this point. Like you got to know people. You got to be on with the right coaches, the right summer, whether it's club volleyball or it's the right, club track team, whatever it may be. You've got to be with the right people, even trainers. It's hard to believe. I grew up going to the gym with my dad and my brother pushing me. Now, I just left with my son with his trainer. That's what you do.
Right.
And the social media part. Now you've got the NIL deals. The competitiveness of that, and then you've got the portal in college, which changes all of the recruiting aspects.
Yeah.
Some sports I think are hit harder than others with the portal. It's kind of a world that it's sad. Like I remember my parents saying, I couldn't have grown up at this time when you're growing up. And I look back now and I'm like, I couldn't grow up. I'm glad I grew up when I did. I couldn't grow up now. It's just a completely different world in that aspect. But you have to be committed to your sport. The unfortunate part too, I feel like sports have gotten to where you have to be committed to one sport year long. Almost. It's hard to find a multi-sport. You talk about you have a multi-sport athlete in here, with Andy, and that's great that you can do that. But it's so, I played 4 sports up until I got to high school, and I personally decided to concentrate on basketball because that's where I knew I wanted to play college basketball. But I didn't have to do that necessarily then. Now I think there's more pressure. I'm not saying you have to do it, but I think there is more pressure to do that.
Absolutely.
So.
How important is studies?
It's a huge part of it.
Before you answer that, even that's different.
Right.
Not saying that you don't have to have good grades, but they've taken some parts like the testing doesn't count. It doesn't matter. You still can kind of pull that student in. So how important is the academic part of it now going to collegiate level? Yeah,
and as a counselor, I work with our athletes with stuff like this too, with our students. And, they did take away the ACT from the NCAA requirements for Division I or Division II, which helps. You don't have that sliding scale anymore, but you still have to have the 2.3 to be a full qualifier for Division I.
Right.
And I think I can't tell you how many kids have come in freshman year and, make a D here or 4 C's and a couple B's, and they don't understand a C only gets you 2 points, so you got to have a 2.3. So you obviously, if you do the math, you got to have more A's and B's than you do C's and D's.
Absolutely.
And it's getting kids to understand that early on. Freshman year kids come in and they don't have great study habits all the time.
Right.
And it's being able to balance and have both and having that support from parents to understand that too.
Absolutely. Because there was a lot of information we've dug in right there in a small amount of time. Yeah. We've been on the air for almost 10 minutes already, and you've gave my audience more information that I've received, and I've had former NFL players on here, current college coaches. You've really put out a lot of information. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
We have a special young lady on the bench. Her name is Raylan Grady, and so we're going to take it to the bench. Hey, Ray Ray. How you doing?
Good.
Good. Now, what grade are you in?
4th.
4th grade? What's your favorite subject? What's your favorite subject in school?
Math.
Math?
Mm-hmm.
What's 5 times 5?
25.
Wow, good job, girl. I thought I was going to catch you off guard. You did good. Well, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for deciding to join me today on Exigent Sports. Did you know that no dancer has ever made my Next Level Performance Top 5 highlights?
Nope, I did not know that.
You will be on our Next Level Performance Top 5 highlights because you are an amazing dancer, and I got to see a lot of your videos, and I can't wait to come watch you in person. I seen you one time at Norwood, but I'm going to have to keep coming because you're sassy. What made you get into dancing?
Well, I started dancing when I was like a little baby. I would dance on the tables and stuff, and then my mom put me in dance. And then I just started doing all of it, and then got better and better.
Do you do any other sports besides dance?
I used to do basketball.
But now you're just 100% dancing.
Yep.
And you can do backflips and cartwheels and spins, and you can touch your nose and put your feet in the air real high at the same time. You're really good at it. So what made you love dancing so much?
Loving dance is like when I first started dance, it's just really fun to me, and like getting to do backflips and stuff. And sometimes when I like practice and like have to do a bunch of stuff, it just gets funner and funner every day.
That's awesome. Do you see yourself dancing for Coach Page's basketball team when you get older?
Yes.
Do you? I see you doing that as well. I think you're very good at what you do. So let's get back to school. What's your favorite teacher?
My math teacher,
What's that math teacher's name?
Miss Frills.
Miss Spruce?
Miss Frills.
Frills. Sorry, Miss Frills. What school you go to?
Willowbrook.
Willowbrook? Awesome. So now you have one more year before you're in 5th grade. Now, do you plan on, what's those guys that wear the vest and open the door? What they call?
Safety patrol.
Safety patrol. You going to be safety patrol next year? Good. That means you can open the door for me. I feel special. What else do you like to do besides dance?
This might sound kind of like weird, but like sometimes I like to play basketball still.
Yeah? No, that's not weird at all. Can you cook? So who cooks the best meals for you?
My Gigi.
Yeah, Gigi makes the best meals for you? That's awesome. I also seen that you go to church and you dance for your church, too. Is that something that you love to do?
Yeah.
Do you help make the dances?
Well, no.
You don't?
No, but some parts I do.
Some parts you do. Well, you're an amazing young lady, an amazing student athlete, an amazing dancer, and I'm so proud to have you on the show today. Thank you so much for joining me. All right, guys, that was Raylan Grady. Stay tuned in. You do not want to miss Next Level Performance Top 5 highlights. I have tears in my eyes. This young lady is phenomenal. She's a great dancer, and I've just been able to watch her over the internet time after time after time again, and she's definitely going to put a shock and a surprise and a wave in your home today if you stay here. Coach Paige Taylor.
That was great.
She
spoke so well and so confident. Yes, she speaks really well. Mom, you should be proud of her. She's good. Yeah,
Absolutely.
She's special. Yeah,
she is, and she is dancing as well. So, Coach, thank you again.
Yep, thank you for having me.
Now, before I go to break, because I got to pay some bills, Coach is bringing me swag, Coach. So I need some of that Lady Wildcat swag.
I'll take care of you.
All right, guys, we'll be right back.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
In life, there are things that suck, but we do them anyway. Family photo sessions with matching outfits suck, but we do it anyway. And you know what else really sucks? Getting screened for cancer. But you've got to do it anyway. Screening can save your life from cancer, or even help prevent certain types of cancer. For more information, visit getscreenedforcancer.org.
Feeling overwhelmed with your business finances? At P&L Business Services, we handle all your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax needs. From federal tax returns to QuickBooks training, we've got you covered. With over 25 years of experience, we provide customized packages to fit your business. Focus on what you love most, building your business. Let us take care of the rest. Call 865-294-4792. P&L Business Services, empowering you to grow your business.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Now you got to help me do the last part, all right? So I'm going to do it all over again, and you got to do the welcome back, the last welcome back. So I do welcome back, and you sing the last part. You ready?
Okay.
All right. Welcome back, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hey, now, Andy Hudson, how you doing, young man?
Good.
Thank you so much for joining Exigent Sports. Now, how long ago was it I asked you to come on this show?
Like 2 weeks ago, 3.
Was it that short of a time? I think it was about 2 months ago.
I don't think so.
Well, thank you for finally joining me here on Exigent Sports. Glad to have you. Young man, you're growing up on me.
Yep.
Dual sport player. Do you play anything besides baseball and football?
Basketball, sometimes.
Sometimes? Why aren't you playing basketball no more? You dunking by now, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah.
I just wanted to continue.
Yeah. So you dug into baseball with Coach Free.
Yep.
How's that out there with Coach Free? What's that like?
Fun.
Is it fun?
Yeah.
What position do you play?
Outfield, pitcher, catcher, anywhere.
Yeah, so you're the Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
What's your favorite position to play?
Outfield.
Outfield?
Anywhere in the outfield.
Anywhere in the outfield. What gravitates that to you? Why is that position so lovely for you?
I'm fast and I get to the ball easy.
Yeah, no doubt. And you got a pitcher's arm so you can get to where you need to after catching the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. So you also play football as well. Tell me what's that like out there with Coach Ryan.
It's fun. It's hard. He makes it hard on us.
Yeah. That's a good thing, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Coach Ryan is a competitor, competitive spirit. And I've seen that man in full action. Yeah, so I know. So what's the best part about football for you?
It's fun. I played it my whole life, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to coach you a time or two.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
And your dad and I coached together for a while. That was excellent. Yeah, that was has he ever talked about maybe coaching at a high school level?
No.
No?
He said he'd do the younger kids again, but.
Yeah. Yeah, well, tell him if he does, let me know.
Okay.
All right, I'll record the games. I ain't coaching again.
Okay.
No, man, how's your schooling going?
Good.
Good?
All A's and B's.
All A's and B's? Do you know what your current GPA is right now?
3.4, maybe?
3.4? That's not bad. That's pretty cool. What's your favorite subject?
Math.
Math.
Yep.
What math are you in now? Because there's so many. I don't think math ends. It's like in college, there's like 20 years of math. So what math are you in now in high school?
Algebra 2.
Algebra 2. What's the most complex thing about Algebra 2? Nothing. You got it. You got it under wraps.
Yeah.
What is your hardest class in school?
World history.
World history. Yeah, because why, right?
Yeah.
Like, why? Yeah, I get it. I was that guy, too. So, I know you're a dual sport player playing for Oak Ridge High School. If you had to pick one, we heard, Coach Paige Taylor talk about, it's probably best to pick one and stick with it year-round. Well, that's for those who have collegiate ambitions. If you had to pick one, which would it be for collegiate ambitions?
Definitely football.
Definitely football?
Yeah.
What position would you prefer to play?
Wide receiver.
Yeah. Now, have you been able to make it to any football camps or anything like that?
Not yet.
Do you have ambitions to play collegiate ball?
Yeah.
So, I think I've talked to a lot of coaches, college coaches, former NFL coaches. The list goes on. And, getting yourself to those camps is huge,
yeah.
Right? So whatever it takes. I know baseball takes up a lot of time. But if you do have those ambitions, make sure that you get to those college camps. And when you get there, don't just show up and show out. Make sure you introduce yourself to some coaches. Let them know who you are and why you're there, while you show up and show out. That's going to be the most important part to break the ice for a college coach or university to look at you. They're going to want, they don't want just your game highlights. People can make highlights, put them on Twitter, blah, right? They want your film. They want to see what you're doing when the ball's not coming to you, right? What are you doing when the ball's on the other side of the field? What impact are you making on the game? So make sure when you're playing, I know you're injured now, when you get back out there to be able to play, make sure that you're making an impact even if the ball's not coming your way, because they don't just look at your highlights. Anybody, I can make highlights all day long, right? But what is that player doing when the ball's not coming his way, right? What impact is he making when the ball's not coming his way? So make sure that you get to some camps and make sure you don't make highlights. Make film. Make a movie out there, all right? I always bring some attention to you in some way, form, or fashion, all right? If there was a college you would pick today, what college would it be?
I don't have a certain college. Just anywhere I can go, really.
Yeah. ACTs, SATs. You hear Coach Page said it don't matter anymore. However, if you score high on them, it helps you get more money. The more money you can get, the less money that the college coaches have to spend on you. There's very few people that get full rides to college. Know that as well, all right? So figure out other ways that you can bring in money. That way the college coach can pick you, him, and him, okay? All right? We have a couple of young ladies from Oak Ridge High School. Do you know these ladies? You know them?
Yeah.
Volleyball players?
Yeah.
They're on the bench. Let's take it to the bench. Hello, young ladies. How you doing?
We're good. How are you?
I'm blessed. So I'm going to say this right. Peyton Updegraft.
Yes, sir.
And Maggie Williams.
Yes.
Superstars for the volleyball team at Oak Ridge High School. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, I have Peyton. You are our committed player of the week. Committed player of the week means that you are committed and ready to go off to a university. And I have you listed as going to, is it McHenry University?
It is McHenry University. It's in Southern Illinois.
Southern Illinois. So you're getting away, far away. How'd you get the love of the sport of volleyball? How'd you get into it?
So volleyball is really popular in my mom's side of the family. My uncle was a 4-time Olympian, and then my grandfather was in the Hall of Fame. So volleyball was very common and popular in my family. So I think I kind of just grew up around it. Mm-hmm. And then my dad played collegiate basketball. So sports was very popular in my family. And I played probably every sport on the face of the planet until I found volleyball, and then I got really serious about it. And I've just been playing ever since. I've loved it.
So have you dropped the other sports except for volleyball?
Yes. It's only volleyball. It's really all I got time for.
Yeah, no doubt. So being committed not always means that you're a senior, but I take it that you're a senior this year.
I am a senior, yes.
What are you doing to be a leader as a senior on your team this year?
Yeah, so I think these last 2 years especially, we have a very young team. So we have a bunch of freshmen and sophomores on their team. And I think, you know, the pace of varsity coming either from JV or from middle school can be very intimidating at first. I think that was kind of the biggest shell shock for me as a freshman. So I think being able to kind of ease them into that. And then with volleyball, I've realized that over my years of playing, volleyball is such a team sport that, and the communication is the most important part, that you have to be able to communicate with each girl individually. I can yell at Maggie, but I can't yell at her the same way I would yell at another teammate. Or the communication with that is very different. So getting to know each teammate and getting to know how to communicate with them, I think, is the most important part for communication.
Are you sure you're not the coach?
I'm quite sure.
That sounds like me. It sounds like Jerry Williams. But it sounds like you have the athletic gene in your blood. Congratulations on your commitment. Very proud of you. And I've known that young lady beside you for a very long while, and I've always watched her play basketball. I've watched her train very hard for the sport of basketball, and it was told to me that you may have been, you know, one of the forces to help her come over just to give it a try. Is that true? Yeah,
I remember during COVID, she would come over to my house all the time. Our families are super close, so we would always hang out, and we had a board that we would just pepper and hit balls against, and the ball would come back, and we would pass it back and forth. And I tried to convince her to come play volleyball, and luckily it worked.
Even though we were at separate schools at the time, but I mean.
Well, I tell you what, Maggie Williams, welcome to the show.
Hi, DJ.
You are the most fierce, high tenacity, young female athletes I know. I got chill bumps again. These chill bumps today, jeez. I watched a highlight reel of you where you had 15 kills in one game. Is that normal? I mean, for a volleyball athlete.
I mean, it depends on the game, because like it really depends on the team that we're going against, but I've averaged a decent amount of kills within our first couple games. So I guess that's normal.
Give me a normal sound when you go up and kill that ball. No, I know you. Is it like, or maybe after you kill it, what do you do? Like, give me one of those guys.
I always go to Peyton. Like, because usually it's Peyton that sets me, and I always go to Peyton, and we like hug or high five, or she screams in my face. It really just depends on the mood.
Well, how rewarding has volleyball been for you in the transition from basketball to volleyball?
It's been insane. I feel like, personally, like, not to toot my own horn, but I feel like even at the beginning of playing volleyball, I could tell that I was going to be a better volleyball player than I could have a basketball player, and that has, like, proven tremendously, and it's really great to feel that way.
Well, I love that. And I have no doubt about that. But one thing I know about you, you're a competitor. Like, even if you had stuck with basketball, I feel like you could have been great at that. And it's because of your work ethic. And once you get in high school and those genes really start kicking in, you know, some of that talent those girls you played with before, they kind of just stick there. But the ones that work hard, they kind of shine. But I'm excited to see that you found your niche in the sport, in volleyball. And I love to watch you play. I love your tenacity. I love seeing your videos. And I'm very proud of you. I'm so excited for your future.
Thank you so much.
Do you see yourself maybe thinking about going to some college and play volleyball as well?
I'm really like 50-50 on it, because I've thought about it, because I don't know if I want to play in college, but at the same time, like, I don't know if I'm ready to be done at the end of high school, if that makes sense.
Right.
So, I don't know at this point.
Well, you got one more year to do it, and God has his way to making things work the way he wants them to. It's never on our time and never what we want to do. He always makes it what he wants to do. So I'm always going to be rooting for you. I'm always going to be watching you, and I wish you the best, and you're both of you ladies the best, and the Lady Wildcats over there playing volleyball. You guys are exciting, and I hope you have the best, amazing season this year.
Thank you so much.
All right, thanks for joining me. Guys, we have to take a small break. Star-studded, and it's not over. We'll be right back.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
Feeling overwhelmed with your business finances? At P&L Business Services, we handle all your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax needs. From federal tax returns to QuickBooks training, we've got you covered. With over 25 years of experience, we provide customized packages to fit your business. Focus on what you love most, building your business. Let us take care of the rest. Call 865-294-4792. P&L Business Services, empowering you to grow your business.
If anyone knows the joy of rescuing animals, it's me. Just ask my rescues, who are all very important members of my family. Your life can also be forever changed by adopting a shelter pet. And it's not just about the happiness your pet gets from finding a loving home, but that which you'll get from bringing them into your life. The heroes at American Humane have been helping animals for more than 140 years. You can learn more at AmericanHumane.org.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood.
We should never lose sight of our health. To keep moving forward, let's not forget everything we've learned. Limit the salty food options. Make your own daily exercise routine. And always receive regular checkups. More than anything, we have learned how important these small steps can make a big difference. So we can all continue to move forward together.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
There it is. How you doing, son?
Good.
Braxton. I call you Brax. I'm the only one to call you Brax, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Well, actually, everybody inside my household calls you Brax. And it was excited to note that you were showing up. You are our Under Armour flag football Oak Ridge Bolo Player of the Week. Bolo player means be on the lookout. So we're excited, and we are all going to be on the lookout for you. And great athlete, but you guys will find out more about Braxton Faust here after we talk to a former Wildcat player, former Dragon coach, and now businessman, Jacob Gross. Have him on the line. Let's get him on the line. What's going on, Coach?
Hanging in there. How about you?
I'm blessed, man. Thank you for taking the time to join Exigent Sports.
Of course, anything.
How's it going out there in Cincinnati, man?
Man, it's going good. Just working, and then, hopefully catching tea a lot this Sunday at home.
Yeah, no doubt, man. It's work, right?
Always. It never stops.
Hey, you remember the days when you didn't have to pay bills?
Yeah, I kind of miss those days.
Jacob, man, you're very well known around the area in Oak Ridge, but we have people watching watching from all over, Morgan County, Knox County, Roane County, all over the place, and we want them to know who you are. So give us a little bit of background of who Jacob Gross is, where you're from, and what school you went to and what sports you played.
Where do I start? So I'm from Oak Ridge, born and raised. Kind of grew up playing Oak Ridge Boys Club, football, basketball, baseball. Then played middle school at Robertsville, then went on to Oak Ridge, and then went on to Mount St. Joe, where I kind of finished out my football career up here in Cincinnati. And then after that, just been, working, but also I've coached some, helped at camps, anything I could do to kind of give back to anybody around me.
Yeah, no doubt. And I remember you coaching for me, or not actually for me, but you volunteered to help the Tennessee Jays program and a flag football. Was that your first team you were coaching?
That was my first, it was all, on me. I kind of, my dad coached me growing up, and then I had a younger sister, so I kind of helped him with her. But that was definitely my first, team that was all on me as far as, making sure all the players are there on time, making sure they know what to do, But it was a great time and a great learning experience as well.
Absolutely. I thought you did a great job. You had a great spirit. The kids loved you. The parents talked well about you. Of course, me being the director, I get all the feedback from the parents. I get all the good, bad, and ugly. And I never heard the bad and the ugly from you. So shout out to you for doing such a great job, honing your skills in with those young men and women and just having fun out there. It was awesome to see. Now, right now you're in Cincinnati, right? You said you did play a little college ball, Mount St. Joseph?
Yes, sir.
How'd that go?
It was a great time for me. It was kind of I guess you could say second time around, kind of dealing with the college experience as far as recruiting and playing at the next level. It was really good. It kind of showed me, kind of grew me up. You kind of change how you approach the sport, as I know you've talked about in the past, with other people on the show.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, it was a great time, and, got me connected to a lot of people, not just, that I knew around town, but, kind of got me up here today, past my football days, that I've been able to, use those connections, have friendships that grown even just from being up here for a couple of years.
Well, Jacob, you grew up in the era of social media. You grew up in the era of, beginning to college camps and things of that nature. What was it for you? Because what I do here on the show is I try to help the parents and their student athletes bridge the gap between high school and college. What was it for you to bridge that gap, and what would you suggest to a young student athlete now trying to bridge the gap and be successful, from high school to college?
The biggest thing I would say is if, you want to get a chance to play at the next level. I know you mentioned earlier on the show about the camps. I did some of those as well. Also, take any opportunity that's given to you. A lot of people, try to give the wrong stigma on if you're not Division I. But there are still a lot of schools out there, and really just finding that right fit for you because, everybody's playing days are over. Even with T, eventually someday he's going to be done playing football. So the biggest thing I would say is, if you build those relationships with the coaches, and just kind of seeing they're, being genuine in a sense of they care about you. That was one of the biggest things when I committed to Mount St. Joe was, I really had a good connection with the coaches. And then when I got up here, I kind of met some of the players, so if you get a chance to just meet a couple of the players that's currently on the team, even if they're seniors, they won't technically be there the following year, just kind of get a sense, kind of what, that team is built off of. I think that's one of the biggest things, too, because a lot of people, even if it's close to home, you're not necessarily living at home anymore. So, you're not be able to get to your parents super quick or, have your best friend there. So it's really important to kind of find somewhere that fits you, and then, you can kind of build off of that as you progress.
Man, that was perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for, and that's going to help the young student athletes and the parents help bridge the gap. Hey, I know you're a busy man. I really appreciate all the way in Cincinnati, calling back home to give these young men and women insight. I really thank you for taking the time to join me tonight.
Of course. Anytime, man.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. That's Jacob Gross, guys. former Oak Ridge High School, real close friends with our very own T. Higgins. Always been a phenomenal young man, raised with a great family. And so shout out to the Gross family. And Jacob, again, I appreciate you. Now, for our Under Armour UA Rise Flag Football player, there it is. Rise Flag Football, powered by Under Armour and Oak Ridge, oakridgeflagfootball.com. You can go ahead and get registered right now. And there's a great family environment for boys and girls. They even have their own girls league now. Make sure that the registration is right there on the link, oakridgeflagfootball.com. Make sure you guys get signed up. A wonderful environment. And it's right here in Tennessee, right here in Oak Ridge, so you guys will be able to enjoy it. So all you locals around the Anderson County, Morgan County, Roane County area, even Knox County, come on out. It's a great environment. Played on an amazing field, ran by great people. So oakridgeflagfootball.com. Make sure you get registered and tell them Coach DJ sent you. Thank you for being our Bolo Player of the Week, man. You do that by standing out, by doing great things. But not only do you do great things in sports, you do great things in the classroom, right? You're a great student, right? And Braxton, one thing that I loved about you is your heart, man. You have the biggest heart. Losing is not an option for you, is it?
No.
Losing is not an option. Scoot up to the mic a little bit. They want to hear you. Now, how many sports do you play?
One right now, because I'm just trying to focus on basketball.
Yeah. So, but you played football in the past?
Yeah.
Have you played baseball in the past?
Like one time when I was young.
Yeah. But we're focusing on basketball right now. What gives you the love of the game of basketball? What drives you to play basketball?
I mean, I just like a lot, like the shooting aspect, bonding with my teammates and stuff, making friends and stuff like that.
Yeah, nothing like it. So you played for a few coaches, I suppose, over your years. What grade are you in?
Ninth.
Ninth grade. Dang, you're a freshman already, boy?
Yep.
Jeez, wow, time flies. There was a coach that impacted my life heavily. Who's that one coach that you always can think of and love that's really put an impact on you and your love for sports?
Well, probably Coach Travis Tummel, because he coached me for like probably 5 years of my life, all middle school years and a couple when I was young.
Yeah.
And just know him really well.
Yeah. And he pushed you to be great, I suppose.
Yeah.
What's your favorite subject in school?
Probably just like math.
Yeah.
No, actually social studies probably.
Okay. All right. That's pretty cool. Do you have any ambitions to go to college?
Yeah.
Do you want to go for sports?
Yeah.
Have you thought about a major? Like, what are you going to major in when you go to college?
Not yet. I'm not really sure at all.
What are you good at outside of just playing sports?
Well, obviously, like you said, I'm smart in the classroom and stuff. I'd say I'm pretty nice to people.
You think you'd be a good teacher?
I don't know. I think I could, but I'm not that type of person to teach a whole group of people, so.
Right. If there was something that you can do and love it, getting paid for it, outside of basketball, what would it be?
Probably to be like an athletic trainer or something to help people out.
Yeah. So basketball is obviously high on your list of things to do. What was the most exciting moment of your basketball career thus far?
Well, I really liked when we made states with only pretty much 5 players playing the whole game. And we came back by 10 plus in 3 of our 4 games to make state.
And you know what I love is that you talk about team. You won't mix yourself up in individual, right? I love that so much about you. But I got to shake it up a little bit. What is the biggest accomplishment that you've made as a student athlete on the court?
Well, I liked back in, like, when I made my varsity start in middle school, when I hit, like, 5 threes in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So
5 threes in 3 minutes?
Yeah.
You ran it up. Pretty exciting.
Yep.
The crowd was going wild.
Definitely gave me a
big boost, self-esteem?
Yeah, after the game.
Yeah. I hope somebody took you out to eat after the game. You go get some dinner after that?
Yeah. Don't remember what, but I know I did with my mom.
Yeah. Do you do any cooking at home?
No.
You keep your room clean?
Sometimes. I'm not perfect, though.
No, nobody's perfect. But I will tell you this, and this is going to be my last suggestion for you before I have to take a commercial break. How you do anything is how you do everything. I'm going to say it again. I want you to remember what I'm telling you. How you do anything is how you do everything. Clean your room like you're the best room cleaner in the world. Do your grades, play your sports, walk your dog, whatever you do, be the best at it. So how you do anything is how you do everything. All right? Guys, Braxton Faust, Bolo Player of the Week. We'll be right back.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
We should never lose sight of our health. To keep moving forward, let's not forget everything we've learned. Limit the salty food options. Make your own daily exercise routine. And always receive regular checkups. More than anything, we have learned how important these small steps can make a big difference. So we can all continue to move forward together.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
In life, there are things that suck, but we do them anyway. Family photo sessions with matching outfits suck, but we do it anyway. And you know what else really sucks? Getting screened for cancer. But you've got to do it anyway. Screening can save your life from cancer, or even help prevent certain types of cancer. For more information, visit getscreenedforcancer.org.
Feeling overwhelmed with your business finances? At P&L Business Services, we handle all your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax needs. From federal tax returns to QuickBooks training, we've got you covered. With over 25 years of experience, we provide customized packages to fit your business. Focus on what you love most, building your business. Let us take care of the rest. Call 865-294-4792. P&L Business Services, empowering you to grow your business.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hey, I've been practicing that. I'm going to be real good at that one day. Somebody going to hire me to sing for them one day. I'm going to sing at your wedding one day. Welcome back, welcome back. And we got, right now coming up, it's about time for some highlights, guys. Shout out to Next Level Performance. These highlights will be brought to you by Next Level Performance, and we have something that we've never had. I know why all of you are here. We even have somebody from out of state that made Top 5 highlights. Montgomery, Alabama in the building. Yes. So now, at this time, we're going to go to our Next Level Performance Top 5 highlights. This here. Oh, look at that tackle. Look at Luke Gibson out of Clinton, Tennessee. Luke Gibson played youth football last year in Oak Ridge. Now this year he's playing for Clinton. It's his first year at quarterback. He is the guy that threw the ball, and we're going to take it to the house for a touchdown. Clinton has a great program this year. Had planned to have all those guys on, but since we couldn't, we got Luke. We got LG5. He's looking at a human joystick out there. Side to side. And he's not only a human joystick, he is a monster. He don't mind to put that wood to you. He will hit you and hit you very hard. This is my guy, LG5 out of Clinton. Man, great highlights, LG. Keep those highlights coming. Not today, LG5 said not today. Luke Gibson, great job, buddy. This guy right here, his name is Eli Johnson. Eli Johnson plays for the Montgomery Dolphins. Excuse me. I said, excuse me. I have places to go. I have places to be. Mama gets excited with the phone or whoever's recording, and that's Eli Johnson out of Montgomery, Alabama. This right here, this is my little cousin, Adric Daniels. Adric Daniels takes the snap. He gets to the outside. He uses a stiff. He's shifty. He's going in, out. Let me throw the deuces to you. Bye-bye. Adric Daniels makes top 5 highlights. This guy's going to be a star. I've seen this kid working since he was 3 years old on his skills. He's honing those skills in. Uh-oh. This is what we was talking about earlier. This is that match. Maggie Williams, I want to say she had like 15 kills. 15 kills in one game, and these are the highlights. So if anybody think I was blowing smoke, if anybody don't believe that she's one of the most fierce and the most tenacious players out there in volleyball world, check it out. Ooh, she even does it with finesse. Tenacity, finesse, fierce. She's a competitor. And again, I believe a lot of the training that she did in basketball helped carry over in volleyball. I really believe that. But she has a family that's very competitive, Jerry Williams. And I know her basketball trainer at one point was Jen Hendricks. And who else to be trained by Jen but Jen Hendricks? She definitely can bring the fire. I love you. But she's been able to transition that fire, kill after kill after kill for Oak Ridge Lady Wildcats volleyball team. And it's just amazing to watch. Great job, Maggie. Great job. And look who it is. It's Raylan Grady. We had her on. Check this young lady out. There she goes, touching her toes. I thought she was going to put one finger on her nose right there. She's touching her toes, keeping that balance. 4th grader. Check the swag. Yes. Looks like she's leading the pack. She has all the swag, and I love it. Raylan Grady, you're gonna know and see this young lady grow up and dance, and she's always gonna be phenomenal. I mean, she's in 4th grade. Imagine what she's gonna be like when she's in high school. Such a phenomenal young lady. Great to watch, and she is the first dancer to make Next Level Performance top 5 highlights. So we're excited about this, and I think this is going to wrap it up here. Let's see what she has under her sleeves now. What are we going to do here, Ray? What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Ray? What are you going to do? Nice. Wow. Next Level Performance, 1071 East Tri-County Boulevard. You can contact them at 865-730-3030 or website, nextlevelperformancetn.com. Next Level Performance. If you want to get yourself built up, they have all the equipment that you need to get yourself together. And they also have professional trainers in each sport to get yourself ready to go. Next Level Performance. Guys, what about those top 5 highlights? Hey, you want to give a call? Go ahead and hit the line, 865-483-8112, or you can call toll-free at Sorry, 866-412-8112. I'm tongue-tied here today. But, hey, give us a call. Let's hear about the games. The big games this week. I know Harriman is playing Kingston. Harriman's playing, now that was last week, they're playing Oliver Springs. Oliver Springs Harriman, that's going to be a heck of a game. And the winner of that game probably can take some home field advantage in the playoffs. It is a region game. So what's your thoughts on that? OEB game of the week. Guys, we got Powell versus Oak Ridge. That's going to be a crazy game right there. I'm excited to see. Now, the pregame does start at 7 o'clock. And the game starts at 7:30. So the pregame right here live on BBB TV is going to start at 7 o'clock, kick off at 7:30. You can watch that on Xfinity on channel 1086, or you can watch it on your Roku or your TV, your Fire Stick. All you have to do is type in BBB Communications and pull it up. You also can watch it stream live on YouTube as well as Facebook. So go ahead and follow so you're ready when that game comes on. If you can't make it out there, make sure that you follow BBB Communications if you're streaming it, if you don't have Xfinity to watch it on 1086. That's going to be a good game. Call in. I want to hear about that. 865-483-8112. Who do you have winning Powell versus Oak Ridge? Who do you have winning Harriman versus Oliver Springs? Now, Harriman right now is 2-0. They're 2-0. They played two great games back-to-back. They beat Kingston game 1, turn around, and beat Wartburg game 2. Oliver Springs beat the defending champs game 1, turn around and lost to Kingston in Kingston game 2, and what a game that was. So I want to know your predictions. Who else is playing? Who's Clinton playing? Who's Bearden playing? They say Bearden is the game of the week, but in my opinion, I think the Harriman versus Oliver Springs game is definitely going to be Bearden plays Anderson County? At Anderson County. Bearden versus Anderson County at Anderson County. Maybe that is the game of the week, but I'm betting my money on a great game with Oliver Springs versus Harriman. Who's Cofield playing? Guys, I want to know. Call in if you have time. Give me a call. Number's on the screen, 865-483-8112, or you call toll-free at 866-412-8112. Now, it is time for me to get Greenback. Cofield versus Greenback? Didn't Greenback just lose their coach? Well, how about that? Coaches, you better have better conduct on Friday nights. So, and how many coaches have Greenback gone through it? Can they keep a coach? We got to keep a coach at Greenback. Hey, Greenback, if you're out there watching, I've been looking for a high school coaching job for a long time, and I can lead those Greenbackers as far as you need us to go, man. I promise you that. So give me a call. I'll make it happen for you guys at Greenback. But now let's go to my favorite part of the day. It is called the word of the day. Drum roll. The word of the day is iota. An iota is an infinitesimal amount of something. Is an infinitesimal amount of something. I know you guys want to know what infinitesimal means, but the word of the day is iota. Infinitesimal means zero, pretty much negative zero, under zero, so an iota is an infinitesimal amount of something, and I like to use that in a sentence. There's not an iota of a doubt regarding the student's athletic ability. Iota. Iota is a noun. Iota is a noun, and that is our word of the day. There's not an iota of a doubt that Exigent Sports, it's hands down the best youth sports show around, period. I don't care where you are in the nation. We are the best youth sports show, but we can't do it without you. So go ahead and make someone aware, and please share. Thank you guys for all your great support. We appreciate you sharing those posts, and appreciate all the guests that's coming on. Appreciate the coaches giving that insight, former players. We really appreciate you. We couldn't do any of this without you. And those guys out there making someone aware and sharing, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for all you do, guys. Coach DJ right here live in the studio. But until next week, you guys be blessed and go Wildcats.